We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, and that's Cairo Santos to get us started. And off we go from Santa Clara. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The 49ers come out, and Brock Purdy leads them out. Greg, it's really one of the best stories in NFL history when you think about it. From last pick in the draft to taking the 49ers to the Super Bowl, now to a lucrative contract with a fourth-year man out of Iowa State.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted first overall or, in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter is what you do with the opportunity once it's given to you. Nothing real flashy about his game. He simply gets the job done, and that's exactly what his team is counting on him today over these next 60 minutes.
How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
I like the aggressiveness. Early in the game, right out of the gate, make the defense realize we are going to challenge you downfield. And what that does is it opens everything else up. Now, you got to hit a couple of these, and don't be surprised if they go back to a deep shot here pretty quickly.
Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Out of the gun. It's Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And he's in. George Kittle. Touchdown. 49ers. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. The kick is good, and the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead.
Niners 7, Bears nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the second straight year. The number 1 pick in the 2024 draft, it's Caleb Williams.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And that will lead to a second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
2nd and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Off-balance throw, It's complete. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's third down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. 49ers offense ready to get going with their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion right. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. T.J. Edwards there on the stop. Now after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
It's a loss of a yard.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
3rd down. Purdy. He'll let one go. Downfield for Jennings. That is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one. A big-time play for the Niners. An even 40 yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the counter, it's McCaffrey. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Purdy now on 2nd down. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
And now this brings up a tough situation, Mike, because even if they were going to consider going for it on 4th down, how do you do so when you couldn't even manage to get a few inches on 3rd down? Disappointing result for them on that play.
Piñeiro's kick is good. And the Niners will extend to a 10-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So Piñeiro had the field goal a moment ago. Now he's back out to kick it away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. Oh, yeah. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Off play action. Here's Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A gain there of 21. 1st down, Chicago.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
On 1st down, they give it right back to Swift. Not much there, maybe a yard. Stoppage here, one of the 49ers is down. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Automatic 1st down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A play fake. Now Williams. Loveland open right side. He's got it. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
Williams to throw on second down. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up first and goal.
Gain of 14 yards. And the Bears first down. First and goal, Chicago.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. And what does that do? Gets you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Stoppage here, one of the 49ers is down. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the 2 now, here's second and goal. To throw is Williams. Oh, man, wide open. He's got it. Cole Kmet, touchdown Bears. A best friend for a quarterback, a tight end. Big target down there, Greg, and he's able to secure it for the score.
And down here, Mike, it's not real complicated. What you're trying to do is find space, find a window to the quarterback, and if you're open, stay open and catch it.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. The kick is good. And the Bears are on the board. It's 10-7.
Bears 7.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. The return starts from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense ready to take possession of the ball once more. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Play fake. Now it's Purdy. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. 14 on the pickup. First down, 49ers.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big game.
A first down throw for Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. And he's back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain before stepping out of bounds.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
3rd down and 9. Here's all the man in motion. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. The ball's out. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That's to the rookie out of Missouri, Luther Burden. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards.
That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Chicago.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. 10-7 is the score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Bears in possession here to start the 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Williams. They'll try to set up the screen here to Swift. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's 1st and 10. Williams to the air once more. He'll step up and run this. And Williams hit the deck there, but after he picked up the 1st down.
17 more yards.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Luther Burden, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And nice work after the catch. He stops a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is 3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. They'll go. It's Swift. Oh, a loose football. And fortunately, he's able to get back on it, so not only will it not be a turnover, but in fact, the drive keeps going. It's a 1st down. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what. When that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged the bullet. When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They're going to run. It's the man from Rutgers, Kyle Monunga. And this one's blown up. Good surge will drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Taking off, and he will score! Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Chicago. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears are on top. It's 14-10.
49ers 10.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The 49ers offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. He'll go play action. Purdy. Rushed to his left.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. On the handoff, McCaffrey. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Purdy. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
And it was really the pressure that threw that play off, Mike. I mean, he tries to counter the blitz by going to the quick game, which is fine, but it just seemed like they weren't necessarily on the same page and results in a drop.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He's got his man, complete to Pearsall. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And the 49er, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
Like the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Bears' 21-yard line.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 8. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. Flush to his right.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Purdy. Throw left side, complete to Pearsall. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Here's Purdy. This one caught at the 4. And the Niners going to be set up with 1st and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And this is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. And at the very least, got to come away with some points.
So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Over the top, he's got it. Jawan Jennings. Touchdown, San Francisco.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. First and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
Now Pinheiro to add on the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14.
Bears 14.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Williams going to look to throw it on first down. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. The Niners use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here's Torrey Taylor now. He'll punt for the 2nd time after hitting a beauty in his first effort. Moore to return. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Niners offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. To McCaffrey. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
They run once more with McCaffrey. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs. Back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down. of the gun. It's Purdy. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Bears offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
Gain of 10 yards.
The Bears go ahead, take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight, and it's 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And their only realistic chance to end the half with points is to throw the ball near the sideline, gain as many yards as you can, and then hopefully either get yourself in position to kick the field goal or at the very least in position where you can attempt a Hail Mary.
So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. To throw it again, it's Williams. Just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield, and now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
They're going for it. Here's Williams. Going up top. It's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one.
Eddie Pinheiro set
3
to
points.
kick off.
All that separates these two sides has half number 2. Kicks off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bears offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. off play action. Here's Williams. Open man, that's Rome Odunze. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here's we start the second half.
The pass brought down by Upton Stout. The tackle made back at the 39-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. On the give, it is Manunga. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
These are tough situations. You want to stay out of second and real long. You figure it's going to be a pass, but this is a nice changeup by the play caller. He keeps the ball on the ground, picks up a good gain, and now this third down got a whole lot more manageable.
Third and short yardage, and here's Williams. And that is incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable. Incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up fourth and short.
They'll indeed go. It's Williams. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down. They'll run here with McCaffrey. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
First down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up second and
In order
10.
for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here. His ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On third down, it's Purdy. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Bears offense getting set to get back to work. They'll do so with first and 10. Run now for Manunga. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Williams to throw on second down. On the move left. He's going to keep it himself. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Bears first down.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Bears first down. A gain of 22 yards. And the Bears first down.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
It's a pretty simple read. It's man coverage. They run a little interference on the inside, and that makes it hard for the defender to stick with their man, and it leads to an easy pitch and catch.
On the ground, here is Manunga. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. D. Winters there to bring him down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. Manunga gonna get it again. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd down and 9. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. On 3rd down, it's Williams. A throw on the move is caught. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting
American football
This is one of those
stadium.
plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks.
He gets free. And he's in. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Bears.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Santos for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bears move out in front by 4. It's 21-17.
17.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. From the 6, here comes a return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense ready to take over once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
First and 10.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game?
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Gervon Dexter. He gets into drop it. It's a loss of 8.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
On second down, Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
On third and long, Purdy to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or kick a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Oh, he landed it at the right spot, just had the wrong spin. He goes into the end zone, touchback, and the ball's coming out to the 20-yard line. The Bears offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll run with Mananga. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, like I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
They're going to run it here with Mananga. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Chicago.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
They'll stay on the ground. Uh-oh. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. Stoppage here, one of the 49ers is down. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. 19 more on that one, and another first down.
First down. A gain of 19 yards. And a Bears first down.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Now a run on first down. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Stoppage here. One of the 49ers is down. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Here's a run with their tight end. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Cole Kmet, touchdown Chicago. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
On is Santos for the PAT. His kick is good, and the Bears will extend this third quarter lead.
49ers 17.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Throwing is Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up second and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 3. To throw, it's Purdy. And he's going to be taken down, a sack on what likely will wrap up play in this third quarter. Now, stoppage here for an injury. It's Christian McCaffrey who's having an issue down there. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Third and long. Here's Purdy. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the third quarter. The 49ers out for the punt as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. Duvernay to return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Thrown quickly. That's more on the RPO. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
3rd down, 3 to go. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
And at this stage of the game, every 1st down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
On 1st down, it's Swift. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Bears 1st down.
Bears 1st down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
19-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
2nd and 10. To throw is Williams. To the left side, he's got Komet. And a nice game there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up 3rd down.
Out-breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers. Everything is about the time. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Beaming face with smiling eyes, thumbs up, American football, foot flushed face, exploding head, smiling face with halo, cowgirl head face.
And that is incomplete. The big tight end, Cole Komet, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away.
Fish orange white eyes, face orange TV shape, chili pack, elbow eyes, thick.
Past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Niners offense ready to get back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Open man is Jennings. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
First and 10 for Purdy. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Here's Purdy again. That's complete to Pearsall. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Purdy going to put it up again. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Throwing again is Purdy. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down. Now, players shaken up after that play, and it's Brock Purdy who needs some assistance. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Jones. He's going to look downfield once again. And he will score. Game on. Jawan Jennings.
Bear scooping head duo bears bear koala polar bear panda mouse face hamster.
Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Pinheiro on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the 49ers will cut the deficit to 7.
31. 49ers 24.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This taken at the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
They'll get about 6 before he's taken down. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down.
This is 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. The Bears send out their punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. And they'll bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Niners offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. They'll come up for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jones. That's over the middle to Kittle. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
That's taken in by Jennings. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
To Jawan Jennings. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now, a big 3rd down. Again, it's Jones. Open man, left side. He's got it. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
First down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Jones to the air again. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Stoppage here, one of the 49ers is down. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Jones. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
On second down, here's Jones. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
He'll try to run for it. And he's going to be brought down short of the first down by a couple of yards. Gain of 9, but it is 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Shotgun now for Jones. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
And it all came down to that play. The offense finds themselves trailing, all out of their timeouts. The defense knew they were one stop away from ending this game, and they came up big when their team needed it.
Down to a knee goes Williams. And that should wrap this baby up. So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.